the main thing of interest about this tube is the complex fluid mechanics that would be in it. Now, if someone 6 years ago had said, Eugene Mallove is going to be examining a piece of plumbing in 1995 to check for more heat coming out than electric power going into the pump that's driving this whole thing, I would have said, you're crazy. I would never do such a thing. It's just that I went down to Georgia and I witnessed and measured it for myself, a device called a hydrosonic pump, which you can buy today. And it heats buildings already. It's already heating buildings. What they found, and they were not cold fusion people, these people at Hydrodynamics, Inc. They were people who were just involved in a heating device that would prevent, would allow a building not to have fuel oil in it, you know. You just run the thing electrically, drive a pump, and get heat out. I measured it myself. I found out that this was producing many kilowatts more of thermal energy than was going in electrically. I wasn't the first to find that. I had to see it with my own eyes. I saw it, I checked the data over and over again. Others came in and checked it again. They used dynamometers to check the mechanical power going in. Over and over again, the answer comes out, kilowatts of extra energy. So you ask me, what's the most potent? That's it. And this might be it too, possibly.
What was the fluid?
Water. That's it, water.
Okay.
That's it,
So
just pure water. We're talking, I know it's very hard to get into this orientation here.
Wait.
Yeah.
What we're doing is pumping water through this tube, and in the cavitation process, its velocity increases, right?
Bubbles get created, yes. Here you have a very intense vortex in this part of the system. The water comes in, it's a jet, and then it exits there. There needs to be a hole drilled here and so forth. But that's it in essence.
And there are no mechanical moving parts.
Other than the centrifugal pump, which is used to push water at high pressure and high velocity in this tube.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any idea of the pressure curve?
Yes.
How high do you have to go before you actually get the effect?
Well, first of all, I'll give you the preliminary report. We haven't seen the effect in this one. Now, a colleague of mine is going to St. Petersburg, Russia, within the next 2 weeks to see the full setup. Here's a Russian cosmonaut being seen with the unit, and a senior official of the space program of Russia right there. And that's what the units look like, and they've sold thousands of these in Russia. Now, it may not be, here's the pump, all right, and here is the cavitating device, and you pressurize it this way, and you get heat out, and then it goes into a radiator system. Maybe it's nonsense. Maybe this particular device is not, will turn out not to be valid. We don't know yet. We're giving it a chance because we're scientists, that's all. We want to find out if it works. Even if it worked, we wouldn't know how it worked. All we would know is the conditions that made the heat come out. And so we're in a new area, looking at things, trying to put the puzzle together.
That device is now available in Eastern Europe.
That is correct. It's heating homes and large buildings.
Heating homes and large buildings.
That is correct. Whether it's putting out whether it is putting out more heat than is going in electrically to the pump remains to be seen. One would not understand why it would be in demand there as it is, if that were the case, but I don't know the mentality of Eastern Europe. I know the mentality of the United States. And the mentality of the United States is such that when we finally win the cold fusion war, which we definitely will, okay, we're going to end all fossil fuel usage, period.
What are the drawbacks of these systems?
The drawbacks at the moment are that no one, that I shouldn't say no one, it has been officially neglected. For example, when candidate Clinton was in this area in 1992, he promised to investigate it. To me, I have it on tape. He told me that he would. He did nothing of the kind, okay? He, through his Department of Energy, increased the hot fusion budget until it was recently cut by the Congress. Secondly, Vice President Gore, as an example, was presented by a senior official at Apple Computer Corporation with the information about cold fusion. He said, don't even give it to me, it's too controversial, get rid of it. And that's what happens over and over again. It all goes back, and this is heavy Watergate. It's not Whitewater, it's not Watergate, it's not Waco or Wacko, it is heavy Watergate. And this scandal, it's amazing that this scandal is continuing. An American invention kicked out of the United States, being now in the hands of Japan. Japan takes it seriously and we don't.
It seems to me that if we have the intention of leading the world in technology, and unless of course we own all the coal mines and all the oil wells, that we would be spending a great deal of time and effort in order to find out, one, the old engineering, what I refer to as the old English engineering way, make it hot, and we don't care why it works. But it seems to be a two-step thing. One, there's a potential for high energy output. But two, there's also a potential for changing materials.
Yes, and remediating nuclear waste, by the way. That's another prospect that cold fusion has given us.
Well, I must say that, one, I'm glad you were able to come by again.
Delighted to be here.
And bring us up to date on cold, lukewarm, hot fusion.
Some fusion.
Yeah. Give us a wag, a wild ass guess. What do you think this will come to pass?
I think that there will be products soon. And what is soon? Soon means in the next few years you will begin to see products on the market. In effect, there already is one. The hydrosonic pump is for sale. Anyone could buy one of those now, and a good engineer could verify that it's working and heating buildings.
Well, as I said, thank you very much for coming by. You've been very informative, and we're looking forward to your next issue, your next bulletin on cold fusion.
Good. Thank you, David.
This is Creativity at Work. I'm your host, Dave Tyson. Dr. Eugene Mallove and I have been discussing cold fusion, a topic of great interest and apparently with a great future.